and work is an offshoot of knowledge. With IIT Delhi, there were 4 positions at IIT Kharagpur. We want to send him to Germany for his research. I went to the Technical University of Munich, so armed myself with a management degree from IIM Lucknow, and I have done an internship at NIT Surat. I was there in the winter break at IISc Bangalore. It's a while at NERIST. Yes, they are great institutions adding great value to the country, but देश ये local engineering colleges बनाता है. If anything happens to me, I'm an asset. So there are a lot of information available about everything in the open domain, but me giving out that information, me being forced to give out that information is putting a tick mark. Yes, this is authentic. So, which is why External Affairs Ministry gets involved. There was a proper intelligence briefing which was done for me, which is a regret I have till today.
So, Commander Anoy Sarkar, welcome to my show.
Thank you, sir.
How do I start? I won't say I have known you. I did know you roughly 16, 17 years back. You were a student here. I was a student myself. And then I became a teacher here. We are called an assistant professor. You were still a student. And then I didn't know your story. You were lost. Could you connect from there to here, please?
Yeah,
Take your time.
Sure, sir, sure. Actually, it's a... thank you first for having me.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
pleasure.
an honor.
Pleasure is all mine.
It's an honor. I mean, to get called back from the college, from one of the professors presently serving the institute. It's a student cannot ask for anything more. My story has been very interesting. I graduated as a civil engineering student from this institute. I'm from the batch of 2K4, the class of 2K10.
That means you graduated in 2010.
2010.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Post which I had an offer from campus. I chose not to go that route.
Which was it? Which company?
The company was called Energy Infratech. Okay. It was a civil engineering company.
Core company.
It was a core.
And you didn't.
I
chose not to go there.
I chose not to go there. Actually, there is also a story to it.
I will speak about it some other time.
And
carrying on the linear story, yeah.
Yeah. The leading story is that yes, I hail from the foothills of the Himalayas. The place where I come from is called Siliguri, a very prominent part of the Chicken's Neck, and grew up seeing the olive green in the army. So always wanted to get into the armed forces. Getting into engineering was actually a family decision / pressure, I would say.
Typical Indian stuff.
Yeah, somewhat. But after that, I chose to follow my passion, my dream. Navy happened by chance. I was already placed, and then Indian Navy came calling. I didn't know head or tail about the Navy. Just filled up the form. Went for an SSB. When I went to the SSB, people were so well prepared. They were talking. They were about 6-7 SSBs experienced. SSB, by the way, is the Services Selection Board, okay. And that is what selects the officers for the armed forces.
Which place was it? Where were you?
It was 33 SSB Bhopal, sir.
Bhopal, okay.
Bhopal, yes.
What is it, 33?
Sir, all SSBs have a number associated with them.
It's like a code.
Yes, exactly.
Designated code.
Designated code. Okay. Like you'll have the various army units would be having some codes, etc. Yeah. So 33 SSB Bhopal was the place where I got recommended from, and I mean that is a very interesting story. But okay, we'll delve into it sometime later. Got recommended, cleared my medicals, and after clearing medicals, also there was All India merit list. So made it through the merit list, yes, and then trained at the Naval Academy, got commissioned as an officer.
When you say got commissioned, this technical term got commissioned is something that I am not very sure about. What does it mean? We say we get appointed, we get selected, and what is this? We get commissioned. I'm right. Just being a layperson, okay?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Sir, actually the armed forces, the military officers are directly under the command of the President of India.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we are all, you and I,
Mhm.
all of us, we are governed by the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, the erstwhile IPC. But in addition to that,
Okay.
the armed forces personnel,
Okay.
the officer and men of
Mm.
the Indian Navy, Army, Air Force, we have separate acts, the Navy Act, Army Act, the Air Force Act. We are also governed by that.
Okay.
So when I use the word commissioned, it's a written order, a proclamation signed by the president himself or herself, giving the sovereign power to command, have law and order at your disposal, have administration at your disposal to an officer of the armed forces. That is what commissioned rank means. So if you compare directly with the police forces they draw their power like
As you have
Indian Police Services IPS will
as
draw
you
their
have used the word sovereign,
Yes.
it means that you have the complete authority. You are the commanding person of that particular section, whichever is given to you.
Absolutely.
You need not get approval.
Absolutely.
You have the competent authority.
Absolutely. That's about it.
Oh my God, this is a high responsible. Like, of course it is, but I'm just going there. It's really high responsible stuff. Yeah,
It is, sir, and actually, I mean, that is what I feel very proud about. The armed forces, in particular, at a very young age, you put lot of responsibility, lot of command in the hands of a young officer, who's and more than the
Then
responsible element.
You were what age at that time?
So I was 22.
It's too young to be commissioned, I believe, because you need certain level of maturity as well, I believe. And
Yeah,
maturity comes through age.
sir, but I beg to differ there, if I may.
They should.
I feel that maturity does not always come from age. Maturity is shaped by your experiences.
So experience is a function of age, is it not? Like if someone is 1 year senior to you in college, that means he has seen 1 year more than you.
Sir, if you go by the timelines, yes.
Yeah, that
But
way.
if you choose to look at it from a different lens, I'd say that you see what he or she sees in that 1 year less also. That you might have seen the world much more, but if I have the broader view of the world,
Meta view.
meta view of the world, yes. So in that case, I feel that is making me richer by the experience, notwithstanding the age.
I would agree to that. Absolutely. Okay, you carry on with your line of.
Yeah,
career.
after that, got commissioned, and Navy has a long training structure. So moved around different places, and out of which I was commissioned in the engineering stream. My specialization was naval architecture. Naval architecture is not taught in a lot of institutes. So Indian Navy has collaborated with IIT Delhi to and has a captive unit inside the IIT Delhi campus, which is called the Naval Construction Wing.
Sorry to intervene again. Captive. And what would that mean here?
Captive means a self-contained unit where it has faculties from the Navy also, and there are IIT professors also who come and teach. So it is like
I'm still not getting it. Like, I'm actually not getting. It's a department, right?
it is a department. It is, yeah. So it is under the Department of Applied Mechanics.
Okay.
So, but the administration of that is governed by Navy.
Oh, that way.
And
okay,
the administration of that is governed by Navy because the people will get posted there, etc. And the real estate has been given by IIT Delhi.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a very interesting concept, and it's one of its kind in India. And
is it unique to IIT Delhi or other?
It is unique only to IIT Delhi, sir.
Okay.
So that is where the naval architecture background officers of the Indian Navy are trained. Naval architecture as a subject is also vast. It has elements of mechanical engineering, civil engineering, aerospace, lot of things. It's a discipline in itself. It has lot of multidisciplinary components. Let's not get into that. So post that, I got my first posting, was posted at Vishakhapatnam, did a tenure on board a warship. Moved out, was put on a submarine squadron, very curiously. Then because of the good things that I did earlier in my career, I was one of the toppers of my course. So
there are competitions as well.
Oh, of course, sir, a hell lot. And let me put it, like people like youngsters these days, they feel that okay, let me get into the armed forces, मेरी पढ़ाई खत्म हो जाएगी. It's not like that. But especially if you're an officer, you have to keep educating yourself. You have to keep building yourself. For each rank, there are exams. You have to keep reading. You have, because sir, at the end of the day, you will agree with me that knowledge is everything. The more amount of knowledge you have, because the person who reaches the pinnacle of the service, he or she has reached there only by virtue of that knowledge and their work. And work is an offshoot of knowledge.
That's correct. Nice. Work is an offshoot of knowledge. Brilliant. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for that. Yeah, and thereafter, because of because of the work that I did earlier in my career, Navy saw that okay, I mean, we have certain positions which are run by the DRDO for the armed forces. So they send people from the armed forces to pursue a master's degree in one of the premier institutes of the country, IISc slash IITs, etc. Now, I was shortlisted, faced a big panel interview comprising senior DRDO scientists, senior naval officers, IIT professors. That was one interview in itself, sir. It's an experience worth narrating. I was grilled right from my engineering education to my practical naval experiences. Managed to convert that interview. I was one of the first direct entry officers in the Navy who actually competed, because there are multiple entries in the Navy. So there are people who do 10 plus 2 entry who come after writing NDA, and then they go to the Naval Academy.
Like the lateral entrant.
The direct entry.
Direct entry.
The direct entry post class 12.
Okay.
Post class 12.
And
Now then there are people like me.
Vertical. No, it's not even vertical, right?
They grow vertically, yes. Okay. After class 12, they enter the Navy, they get trained in the academy, then they go to the respective arms.
And yours was, as I understand,
after graduation.
After graduation.
So if I have to draw a parallel, it is a CDS entry, the Combined Defense Services, which people write after the graduation.
Okay.
So I was actually competing with the people who had grown in that field. Mm-hmm. So I am from a civil engineering background. There were people who were from the naval engineering background itself, the naval architecture background itself. Mm-hmm. They incidentally are trained in one of the colleges where naval architecture is taught at an undergraduate level, which is the Cochin University of Science and Technology.
Okay.
So, like we have a NCW at IIT Delhi, I in fact correct my previous statement where I said that it is the only institute in India which has a collaboration. NCW is also a unit which has been created at the naval base, and where the students are sent to CUSAT, Cochin University of Science and Technology, for the training. But for at a senior level, at a postgraduate level, the officers, they go to IIT Delhi.
IIT Delhi. Okay.
Yes.
It is well
So yeah. So I was competing with them, and there were 4 positions at IIT Kharagpur. I was the only one from the direct entry officers who were selected. There were 3 others, my seniors, who were from the undergraduate naval architecture entry scheme. And thereafter, I went to, I am in love with academics. I feel that it opens your eyes in many ways. After that, I did well there. I applied for a scholarship close to the end of my first year. So it was the DAD scholarship, which is
what is that?
Indo-Germanic Academic Service. They have to further ties between India and Germany.
You said Indo-Germanic
Academic Service.
And then you said DAD.
DAAD. It has a full form. It's Deutscher Akademist. I'm not getting the other half.
It's a German thing.
It's a German acronym, sir. So by virtue of that scholarship, I went to the Technical University of Munich for close to a year. So it was the other way around now. IIT Kharagpur administration, they reached out to the Navy saying that okay, he's our student and we want to send him to Germany for his research, which is a collaborative study between IIT Kharagpur and Technical University of Munich, Germany.
So you published research papers?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't.
Okay. No, what I
which is a regret I have till today.
you
But
can still do it. You do
can.
have data and all that.
I do have, sir. I do have. In fact, I was in touch with my professors there at Germany also.
Mm.
But yeah, I chose not to. It was I would not say a lazy thing, but there are a lot of approvals and all that need to be taken. And I
Because
got busy in my life.
This could be classified data as well, right? Because yours.
It is not. It honestly speaking, it is
Alright.
not, because I was a student at that time.
Yet your background says that you were somewhere like.
I was serving. I was not retired. I was a serving naval officer, which is why I required all those uh, green lighting from the Navy.
What is that?
Basically, sir, if you have to publish your research in any international or national journal, you need to take approvals from your higher command.
Okay.
So that needs to go through a due process. There is a process laid down.
And
So
okay, that is done. Well taken. What about your passport stuff? Like, because you come with a certain cadre of passport as you are serving in armed forces.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, blue passport holder. I mean, all of us have blue passports, but
Is it? I don't know.
you have a blue passport.
I have a passport.
You have, that is the blue passport, sir.
Okay, that's called blue passport.
That's the blue passport. The color is blue. I'm just going by the color. Now, what happened was
Indian, one second, I'm sorry. Indian passport is black on the cover.
I mean, you can call it dark blue or.
Oh,
So we call it the
I have
blue
to check it.
passport. Yeah. It's called the blue passport.
Okay,
Sir.
okay.
So when IIT approached Navy that he's our student, we want to send him. Navy said that no, he's our officer. I mean, and
Mhm.
it's difficult to send him.
Mm.
So there are a hell lot of approvals to be taken, etc. And after that, yes, there was file initiated, and IIT put its foot down that yes, we want to send him. This is this is something great for the institution also, because my department of Ocean Engineering, Naval Architecture, they didn't have any collaboration with a leading German university at that point of time. So they were very keen on sending me, especially after I had got the invite. So they put their foot down. They said, no, we have to send him. Then, yeah, of
So
course.
were you the
Navy-
first, let's say, the point of collaboration with?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
you do have the
Abs-
credit for that.
Absolutely. I was the first point of collaboration. And then, yes, Navy initiated a file. It went through. Initially there was an approval in principle, which came right from the vice chief.
Mhm.
It went all the way up to him.
Mhm.
After that, there was a separate approval which had to be initiated,
Mhm.
which was taken with all the government departments, the Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Home Affairs.
Oh my God.
Why all these ministries get involved is a story in itself, sir. External Affairs, why? Because they will check that what are the kind of relations both the governments hold. Because I am not just another citizen. I am going there. I am a government officer going there as a representative of the government. So if anything happens to me, I am an asset. So there are a lot of information available about everything in the open domain. But me giving out that information, me being forced to give out that information, is putting a tick mark. Yes, this is authentic. So, which is why External Affairs Ministry gets involved. There was a proper intelligence briefing which was done for me. I cannot divulge all the details what were there. So, yes.
Well, I was wrapping my head around when you said you were an asset.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. Asset to the German.
No. I am not talking about anything. I like.
I was.
Suppose you go to. You are an officer of the armed forces.
Okay.
You go to any foreign country.
Okay.
Okay, so there are various actors at play today.
Yeah.
Non-state actors, state actors.
Yeah.
So if they catch hold of you,
Exactly where
you are
I'm
an
going.
asset. You are an asset for them.
For them, exactly. That's what
You
I
are
was
an
saying.
asset for them. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You are an asset for them. They can leverage you. They can leverage your position.
Uh-huh.
They can force your government to extradite someone, to do some. So that is why all these mechanisms are in place.
Uh-huh.
Ministry of Finance, why? Because I was getting a stipend also. So you will relate to that, that being a government employee, if you're getting funded, that to by a foreign agency, that needs to be needs to be put in perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, so on and so forth. So it did all the rounds finally, and then finally I had to submit my blue passport. I was issued with a white passport, an official passport, that I'm going there as a officer of India. So I still have that letter where the Ministry of External Affairs wrote to the German embassy that the government of India passes on its highest regards to the Republic of Germany. Our officer so and so is visiting the Republic of Germany for so and so duration. So please issue him Schengen visa.
Schengen.
I mean, yeah, I mean, those are just pieces of paper, but I feel lucky that I've done some good things in life to deserve all those. After that, yes, I finally got the approval in place. Tickets were done. Spent close to a year in Germany. Came back. Now bringing.
How was your were you a loud person in Germany, or you kept a low profile?
I had to keep a very
That's
low
why
profile.
I
When I
think
when
so.
I,
I thought
I
so.
when I got my intelligence briefing, it was one of the things that you cannot divulge who you are. So yes, I always used to keep the passport close to my heart. I mean, when I say
Literally.
I am saying literally. It used to be in the inner pocket.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, those were stories in itself. And incidentally, my friend there was a Pakistani,
Mhm.
so who taught me how to cook, and he never knew who I was. I'm not in touch, of course, and uh, yeah. So those are very amazing stories. I have to say, made a lot of friends from France, from Germany. Got to know the educational setup there, how the minds think. So I met a student from Paris who was again studying at the Technical University of Munich, and he was the son of a blue collar worker. And I recount his story very fondly when he says, when he used to tell me, see, today I'm able to do this education because it was all free for me. So I feel that our country also has to graduate to that level when we are talking about, when we start thinking about free education, free health. So yeah, and this is also has been a government agenda. Like 2047, when we are talking about, when Modi ji keeps talking about the Viksit Bharat, the developed India. So that is one of the key focus areas of the government also. But yes, we still have some path to travel as far as that is concerned. Uh, Fantastic experiences. Moved around Europe a lot. Traveled on my own, and staying in the armed forces. Yes, you get used to certain amount of luxuries. Things are handed over to you in a platter. You have people. Mm, you have a huge support system behind you. So I was totally all alone there.
Mm.
So I had to do my day to day, and
Mhm.
I understood what the challenges are
Mhm.
of staying alone.
Mhm.
But yes,
Were you married that time?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not, and I got married. Uh, I got married the instant I landed back in India.
Mhm.
I was engaged before that,
Okay.
and my father-in-law was very worried. My would-be father-in-law at that point of time, that yes, my would-be Jamai is going abroad. I don't know. He should not marry someone and come back. So
बुरी मेम लेके आना आ जा.
yeah. So, but yes, I mean, mine is, by the way, a proper arranged marriage. We got in touch before our before my Germany stint started, and yes, and I found that both of us found each other suitable for each other, and we decided that yes, let us take this ahead. And we used to be in touch all the time from Germany. So it was our pseudo courtship period, if I can call it.
It is courtship, but online.
Yeah, it was online. So she has seen all those places which I have visited virtually. You know, Champs Elysees or the Eiffel Tower, etc., etc. So then moved around Europe a lot. Visited Amsterdam, Zanzibar, visited Prague, etc., etc. Saw different parts of Europe. Got a broad feel of how Europe works, how people think, and I had a very curious habit. When I used to travel, I used to knock people's doors that, hi, I am an Indian tourist moving around. And
Random.
people, random. And people were so welcoming. Hi, come. And sometimes the excuses had to be very, very foolish. Can I use your washroom? After that, then we started talking, gelling. People used to, hey, you want to have a coffee? So, hey, you want to have a beer? Something. And after that, yeah. So, very fond memories, good friends I made there, Indian friends, Austrian friends, German friends of all nationalities. So I had a friend from Kenya as well. I came back, and that is when the travel bug bit me also. I realized that because of my profession and all, I was not able to travel so much because I was confined to postings, etc., etc. My only travel during my chuttis used to be home, see my parents, come back. Yeah, and the after that, after coming back from Germany, I tied the knot. Did my honeymoon in Kenya because of the
Of all the places,
oh, sir, it is amazing, and I must recommend to anyone watching this show that you must visit.
I have visited 7 countries. Kenya was never in my
Sir, you
list.
must visit, and please Google something called as a Great Migration.
Great migration.
Great Migration.
Okay.
Kenya, Tanzania are places you must visit. So it's a very curious thing. They have this horde of animals. They call it the wilder beasts. They are a cross between horses and asses. So
Wilder
yeah,
beast, not even wild. Wilder.
wilder beast.
Wilder beast.
Wilder beast.
It is.
It's spelled as BEEST. Wilder beast. So you can yes. So you can Google them. So what happens is they migrate, not in tens, not in hundreds, not in thousands, but in millions, from Tanzania to Kenya and then back. And like you must
How
have
frequent?
seen, they do it every year.
Okay.
And then
Annually.
they go back. Apparently the logic is that when they start moving from Tanzania down to Kenya, they come here to procreate, then they give birth, then they go back again.
Like the honeymoon place for them.
And it is also very scientific, because there are so many animals. If they graze grasses, all the like they'll finish off the grasses, and the land will get barren. So it's a law of nature which has been set that they migrate, and then they come eat a fresh grass somewhere else, then they come back again. And you must have seen some iconic photographs that in National Geographic and all, they keep showing this,
Yeah.
that
That's a
beasts crossing a river. It's called the Mara River. There are crocodiles infesting that river. They catch hold of the wildebeests. And yes, so we had gone to see that, and it's a lovely country.
How do you see that? Like, I mean, from close quarters or like?
Closer, you have to be lucky. I mean,
You mean that?
those National Geographic photographers, they stay at a place for ages, just for hours altogether, days altogether, just to capture that one particular photograph. But for tourists like us, we will obviously not spend so long a time. So if you are lucky, you will get to see something of that sort. But I saw a live crossing on the Mara River, and it was like all the wildebeest were coming and standing close to the river, and then each of them were nudging each other, that one of you go, one of you go.
Okay.
And then finally one took the plunge, and the entire lot followed thereafter.
No, the leader of the pack ho gaya.
Yes. So yeah, it was fun. And after that, we moved around Kenya for close to 7 days. We visited Amboseli, Masai Mara. You must have heard Masai Mara.
I'm sorry.
Masai Mara is one of the famous game reserves of the world. It's world famous. So Masai Mara we visited. We visited authentic Masai village. And yeah, like I told you at the beginning that like I love experiences, which is why I chose something very offbeat.
It is offbeat.
Yeah, and my wife was very skeptical. She wanted to do the usual thing, Sri Lanka or Southeast
Only
Asia,
Southeast
Europe.
Asian country.
Yeah, Europe. I said no. Let us go to Kenya, and yeah. So we came back. I got posted to Cochin again. Yeah, and then finally I realized, because of all these experiences. So after that, what I decided was, okay, maybe, I mean, this is time that I have certain experiences and I would like to do certain things. I have given the best years of my life to the uniform. I might as well pivot to the corporate. For starters, because I wanted to do something else.
One second. How many years did you work for the Navy?
14 years.
So.
But yes, the officers over me were very kind to let me go. They approved my request, and finally, yes, I put up my papers, and I got my release order. And
you said 10 years is one slot.
Yes.
And then you were there for 14 years.
I was there for 14 years.
So what? 4 years extra?
Yes, I had. It is like I had to sign up. After since Navy made me do a master's, they got an undertaking signed by me that if I do my master's, you'll have to serve for this much more period.
Okay.
So beyond that, if I took basically it was a judgment call I had to take, that beyond this, if I serve more, Yes, I do get my pension and other benefits, of course, but I felt that it would be late for me. So, which is why I took this call. Yes, so when I was pivoting, I thought that it's useful that I see some other perspective also, and I chose to do a management education also. So, arm myself with a management degree from IIM Lucknow. So it was an executive program.
So
And
मतलब कहीं छोटा मोटा कॉलेज जाना ही नहीं है. Started with NERIST,
of course,
IIT Delhi,
of course,
IIT Kharagpur, and Technical University Munich.
Munich, Germany. Yes.
So you call yourself a visiting research scholar. What is that called?
Sir, I was on a scholarship. I did my thesis work there, my entire research work
So
there.
you were a student there.
I was a student.
So we'll take it that way. Then now I am Lucknow.
I am like now. Yeah.
So you are a Navy commander, but the way I see it, because I belong from that industry, you are an academician. I mean, you have too many degrees under your belt.
Yes, sir. I have been told this thing by my IIT professors also. So they wanted me doing a PhD. But I felt, sir, education is there everywhere. I mean, I don't want to teach engineering. I
Okay.
don't want to teach engineering because I mean I have better people to teach engineering. I rather want to teach life to people.
Wow.
So and for
This
which,
was profound. I'm telling you, man. This I didn't know what would be coming, but you said I would rather teach in life.
because sir, I feel that each and every phase has taught me a lot.
Mhm.
I have used each platform. In hindsight, I can say that I've used it wisely. NERIST I used wisely. I uh, use this platform to hone my other skills, speaking from a stage, meeting different people.
Being a student union leader, you were the spokesperson of the
Yes, I was.
student
I
community
was
here.
was into debating, was into giving speeches, etc.
You were almost permanent anchor to in your time.
Yeah. I know that there will be few who will not like it. That
Yeah.
why
I'll tell
we-
you. Okay, I'll divulge one thing to you. I don't know if you'd like it.
Yeah.
You are Anoy Sarkar, right?
It's Anoy. It's a
Anoy
Bengali-
Sarkar,
Okay.
and I've heard things flying in my ear that at times in certain places, not places, certain group, you are called as annoying Sarkar. And why? Because all I can, whenever we go to stay, whenever we go to watch anything, the anchor is permanently him. It's
Sir,
annoying. That's what I.
Sir, what would I do? I mean, I was I decided to pull myself back, but then I was called back either by some faculty or by the organizers that yes, you'll have to do it.
Basically, जिम्मेदारी था.
Zimmedari tha, sir, and which I always loved the stage. I mean,
Ah.
I'll put it that way also because I am a son of a trade union leader, and who loved giving those rousing
Ah.
speeches
Okay.
against the railway administration. So I think I have it in my blood. But yes, I like when I was like coming back to the main moot point. I mean, how I used this platform wisely was I didn't go back home most of my holidays, the long holidays, summer breaks, which are starting in a month or so. Uh, I have gone and done internships in different colleges. I randomly used to write to the professors,
Okay.
and I have done an internship at NIT Surat. I was there in the winter break at IISc Bangalore. I was.
So like with all those IITs under your belt, you have done your.
It's a while at NERIST, sir. While at NERIST.
That's what
That-
I'm just
that
counting
phase.
everything now. IISc Bangalore, NIT Surat, where you are a student, you were hardly a teenager.
Yeah, sir, I don't know. I mean, I got this courage from my second year of engineering, the degree second year. I was that time the third in merit in the class, and IIT Kanpur had written to the college that we are having especially for the top engineering colleges of the country, we are having a industry academia conclave, and which will be uh, a captive thing for 1 month where your student will be in our campus. So they wanted to select one student, and they wanted two nominations. So naturally, the HOD was Professor S.K. Singh at that point of time.
He's retired now.
He's retired now. A very favorite professor of mine. He has also added on to my knowledge immensely. We can have a separate discussion on him altogether.
Why not?
But I'll give you one anecdote here. I had asked him once, sir. He was a topper of the Bangalore University,
Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
I asked him, sir, of all places, you could have gone anywhere. Why did you choose to come here? NERIST was not very well known. So, the answer he gave has stayed with me till today. He told me that, see, Anoy, I could have gone anywhere. You're right. And people keep talking about these IITs, IIMs. Yes, they are great institutions adding great value to the country. But देश ये local engineering colleges बनाता है. Like you will not expect someone from an
Wow.
IIT.
Wow.
You will not expect someone from an IIT to come, stand in the heat, build a road, stand in the heat, see construction of a building. So I thought that if I can do in some value add in this part of the country, which was honestly not that very well looked after, I thought that I'll be doing true service to the nation. So, sir, that answer, no, I mean, it has stayed with me forever, and I'll hold that man in the highest of esteem. I just had to make a single phone call when I was applying for a scholarship in Germany. He, without a second question, he said, "Yes, I will give you a letter of recommendation." So he wrote my letter of recommendation, he posted it himself, and he just gave me a confirmation, yes, I have sent it. So, yes, why I spoke about Professor Singh initially was, sorry, I forgot. What were you discussing, sir?
Like you said, I mean, you just told me that when you were a student at NERIST, you
Yes.
still went to
Yes.
internship.
So IIT Kanpur, that time Professor Singh was the HOD. So naturally he would send two names because IIT Kanpur wanted two names and I was a third in merit. So I requested sir, sir, can my application also be considered? So the covering letter which he had made, he said, okay, these following two students are nominated from the institute. However, if vacancy persists, please consider this student as well. And my name was there. And when the final selection came, those two were not selected, I was selected.
What was the criterion?
The criteria was they were not just looking at education as a whole, grades as a whole. They were looking at all round other things also.
You hit the bullseye there. And of course, Professor IISc Singh, man.
Yes, yes. So after that, I mean, I met students from all parts of India, and I realized at that point of time that we as Neristians, I would not coin it as insecurity, but we do suffer from a underconfidence issue at times. But when I interacted with them, I felt our education is top notch. The kind of education we have here, infrastructure we have here, I was able to converse in any of the civil engineering stuff, the things, because it was a proper technical forum where there were academicians coming in, where there were people from the professional setups coming in. So I found that our education is top notch. So yes, so IIT Kanpur and NIT Surat. So those are the places I used to go for during my summer holidays. So I felt that yes, so I have a lot of perspective like that.
So with your story of the last 10 years, or perhaps just scrambled to last 2-3 major milestones, the one thing that I said previously, I take it back. I said that with age comes experience. And what you just narrated about your NERIST stuff as well. In the summer holidays where our life stops because we just take rest. I'm talking from the student's perspective. You were doing these stuff.
Yes.
So that is why, of course, you were right when you say that you have meta perspective, even if you're younger than your
Yes.
contemporary.
Those have helped me, sir, at various points of time. Definitely, even when I was transitioning from the military. Transition itself was a big challenge. I mean, we can talk about it at length subsequently.
Definitely, that's what my idea is. Today we'll keep it to this length of the video.
Sure, sir, sure.
I just wanted to introduce you to my audience, Commander Anoy Sarkar.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of it will come. In fact, I want you to be my recurring guest.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
There are a lot of domains where we go and we can just go deep inside it, right? So today just was the trailer of what would be coming up
Thank
in our
you.
next episode.
Thank
So
you. Please, sir, please.
Yeah, but
Thank
before
you
I
for
end, there's
having me.
one thing that maybe my audience should know. You are called as Anoy Sarkar,
Mhm.
but there's a prefix of commander
Mhm.
before your name. It's
Mhm.
almost like a permanent thing that we see.
Yes.
What happens if it's not put there? Like, are we offending anybody?
Uh, Sir, it's a personal perspective. I mean, we are not offending, definitely, but it's a commission rank, and military commission rank is you have actually given your blood for it. When I say given your blood for it, I am not being figurative here. I am being literal here.
Mm-hmm.
We have sweated and bled
Mm-hmm.
for this rank in the academy.
Mm-hmm.
So where we were made to go through innumerable hardships,
Mm-hmm.
uh, those are stories in itself. And post completion of that successfully, you get this rank. So this rank, they say in the military circles that the person retires, the rank never retires. So the rank is a that is why we call it a commissioned rank.
Mm.
It is a commissioning. I still have hung it on my wall at my home. I can send you a photograph also.
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
yes, I can. I'll send you a
I'll put
photo.
it here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of the flashes of this video.
Yeah, sure, sir. So that has been signed by Dr. Pranab Mukherjee himself. So yeah, this is something that I hold very dear, and all my military colleagues, if there is anyone watching this,
A lot of them will watch.
yes.
Last year I had Lieutenant Commander Vijay Nara as well.
Okay. So this is something all the veterans would always use. Yes, there is a retired written after their name. So that is why you will never find the word retired after the rank.
Okay.
It is it is always the rank, the name,
Name
and then if you have any other decorations, basically Vishish Seva Medal, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, etc.
there are a lot of things are like a lot of decorated acronyms or
Yes.
abbreviations I see in our governors.
Yes.
Honorable governor's name.
Yes.
CBSA,
Yes.
SM and all.
Yes. So those are the awards which has been given by the government of India.
Mm-hmm.
So those will also be put in the name.
Mm.
So the correct way of addressing any military officer would be in the way I have mentioned you. The rank, the name, the decorations, followed by the word retired. And someone who is also an ADC, 8D Corps, you ADC to the governor. I mean, okay. I mean, we can people watching this can Google this. 8D Corps is also a decoration which you like. You see an armed forces officer who is standing behind the president of India always.
Yeah, we do see that.
He or she is called the 8D Corps.
Okay.
ADC.
Okay.
So behind every governor there will be one military officer. There's a police officer standing. So they are ADCs to all these distinguished VIPs. So because of the tough selection process, etc., because of this, it is an award, and which they also use in front of the names.
Okay. So I asked this question because I wanted to be very sure if I ever have to address you anywhere, like is it protocol is official or is it emotional? I say it's all of them. I mean, it's emotional.
It's
It's
all of them.
protocol. It's official.
So like I work for Amazon today. I don't use my rank at all because Amazon has a very flat hierarchy, and the rank stays with me always. People know that I am a retired commander of the Navy, but yeah, people call me Anoy, and yeah.
I hope they don't call you annoying anymore.
It's a beautiful conversation starter, you know. I mean the always like when I'm talking to my US stakeholders, I mean they can't pronounce my name, but I say that yeah, but I still make it a point to correct them. I am from a belt of India where we pronounce A's as O's.
Oh,
It's honor.
Rasagulla.
Yeah. So my non-Bengali friends till date they call me Anay because they cannot pronounce my name properly. But yes, like you're kind enough and you are thoughtful enough to pronounce my name so correctly. So like most other friends of mine. But yeah, I mean it's a nice thing. It's a good conversation starter always.
See, today, this conversation you have had, as the audience can see as well, I'm keeping it a little bit formal because it was like a formal introduction to my perhaps recurring guests. Next time we meet, we'll be bombastic. We'll open up. We'll just, speak our heart out. And
Absolutely, sir. Pleasure.
so, have a good day.
Thank you,
Nice to
sir.
meet you.
Thank you so much.